Well, I'm going to tell you how my memory works because people are always asking, always curious. The photographic memory is a very common term, but my memory is actually what they call an eidetic memory. So photographic memory, you'll see these guys, traditionally a lot of them have autism. They'll close their eyes, like they'll see a city, right? And they'll close their eyes and they'll be able to draw the city to perfection, which I think is so cool. And I can't do that any better than the average person can. That's not how my memory works. I can't see a photo and then recall exactly, and draw it out and anything like that. I'm not artistically gifted, anything like that. What my mind is good at is recalling information. So I can study a list, I can submit it to my memory. This is what an eidetic memory is. And it's almost non-existent in adults. So the fact that I can do it now, I'm still thankful for, because I was doing this as a child. And I would study numbers and lists and names, and I can submit it to my mind. A couple factors though. Number one, I have to have information. It has to be information I have interest in. Sports, geography, trivia, those things are really, history, those things are really easy for me. Hard would be topics that I'm not natively good at or instinctively interested in, or things of that nature, science related, or maybe, I don't know, agriculture, biology, things of that nature. I wouldn't be as good at. So my mind is really good at studying a list, names, numbers, patterns, and submitting it and being able to fully recall it up to, substantial numbers, hundreds and hundreds in a row. Like one of the videos I did in my previous video, not the latest one, but the one prior, I did 250 cities in the United States in population in order from New York City all the way down. And the hard part about that one is there's no continuity, there's no pattern, there's no alphabetical. The alphabetical ones are actually really easy. I did a video where it's all the countries in the world in alphabetical order: Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Andorra, Angola, Antigua and Barbuda, Armenia. It's like, that is easy because it just makes sense. There's continuity, there's pattern. But the population one was challenging because it's New York City, Chicago, like LA, Chicago. There's no, Dallas, Phoenix, Philly. There's no real continuity. It actually be Houston, Phoenix, Philly. But there's no pattern, no alphabetical pattern. So that one is challenging, but I can still submit, 250 was a lot. Most people, I think they said that most people can only remember 7 numbers at a time. Like if you get a code or a phone number, there's so many times where I see people, it's a 6-digit code and they have to write it down or something. So 250, it's a lot of numbers, but if you take the time, and how I do it is I verbalize it. And so I say it out loud. So that way, as I'm repeating it, I'm like, okay, I've said this before: New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago. Like I know after I finish the O in Chicago, it goes Houston, Phoenix, Philly. Like I've said it before so many times, it's just on the tip of my tongue and it stays in there. And so, yeah, it's an exciting thing to be able to do. As a kid, how I started with this was I really liked basketball. I liked the numbers. I liked data. I liked the stats, the pattern of, I liked the names of the players. I liked knowing what countries they were from. So I started memorizing basketball cards. I like that Sarunas Marciulionis has a cool name. It's a Lithuanian name, right? And I remembered, okay, so I'm good at understanding sort of what last names are and patterns of names, patterns of language, stuff of that nature. And so I just thought, I started at the sports camps. I would recite these names and recite these stats, and I would memorize their heights and their weights, where they went to college. And if you look at a card enough times, and I had hundreds and hundreds of basketball cards, it was a collection, I started to it was entertainment for the people at the basketball camps. I would do these things, and this guy knows, ask him a name. With Michael Cage, he's 6'9", 248, went to San Diego State. Like I could just do that. It was sitting in my mind. And then I started to implement different categories, right? So I really got into geography and history. And, I at one point 10 years ago when I was doing these frequently, I had a lot of interest. There was the show X Factor was, I think, a show on Fox. They really wanted me to come out there and do a performance with them. Ellen DeGeneres, producers, reached out to me. I got featured on Bleacher Report, Huffington Post. I was on a show called This Just In. It's like a daytime talk show. I did some radio stuff, but then I stopped doing these videos because you get married, you have kids, all life takes over. But now I'm starting to realize I can still do it, and a lot of people like it. A lot of people like the idea, and a lot of people love just the uniqueness of it, because total recall is it's just native to my mind. My brain can do it. It can store the information, and a lot of information, and then recall it to perfection. So I thank you for being on this channel. I hope you subscribe. I hope you enjoy. I hope you like this. And we're going to make sure that I come up with more content for y'all to enjoy the memorization. Cheers, y'all. This is this Insane Memory Guy.